All right, there's a lot of them, but let's list our top 5 losers in the Vikings' horrifying defeat against the Cowboys. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupaugs show. I'm Lupagus. Here at Onebar, Minnesota Vikings get destroyed at home against the Dallas Cowboys, coached by Mike McCarthy, 40-3. An absolute ass kicking, absolute taking to the woodshed. We got our buttocks spanked, and they're still red and they're throbbing, and there might be a little blood coming from our anus.
Yeah, this is one of the worst games I've probably seen in many years. Unfortunately, the Vikings take the grunt of it, but positive spin. The Vikings still 8-2, well on their way to making a real big impact in that NFC playoffs. So let's go, baby.
Did you say take the grunt of it?
Yeah.
I think it's the brunt of it, but I like the grunt of it.
I've always said grunt. Is that what it is?
No, I take the brunt of it.
Oh,
all right, let's start.
Grunt my whole life.
All right. We're going to take the grunt of it right now. Let's talk about some losers. Let's start with the guy who was forced into duty. He did well last week in the same situation this week. Not so much. Left tackle Blake Brando taking over for Christian Darrisaw. It wasn't pretty.
No, the Cowboys had 7 sacks. Micah Parsons 2, Armstrong 2, J-Ron Curse 1, Fowler 1, DeMarcus Lawrence, a ton of sacks. And let's just make this as short as possible. Blake Brando came in a pinch last week, looked very, very well. Clearly, he is not supposed to be a starting left tackle in this league. No. The thing is with Blake Brando is when he was drafted, like in college, he's like a guard, a guy who looked like maybe a tackle. Then he was at right tackle and a right guard. So they're throwing him out there left. I mean, this is worst case scenario for Blake Brando. He was set up to fail miserably, and he did. It was bad, rough.
Yeah, there was one play that sums it up perfectly where he didn't block anybody. Then he turns around and just starts chasing. I don't know if it was Parsons, Dorrance, Armstrong, whoever it was. That was his day in a nutshell, that one play. Not good at all, Blake Brando. Thank you for what you did last week. You came in much earlier this game, and it went much worse. Everybody played bad, but Blake Brando, you were especially bad.
Well, let's throw him a bone. He was going against one of the best in the league, Micah Parsons.
He was.
But you know what, Blake Brando? The shitty part is Darrisaw has a concussion. There's no way in hell he's playing Thursday, so we're probably going to see Blake Brando again coming Thursday. Hopefully he has a chance to prepare himself. But like you said, at one point, it looked like Blake Brando got beat so bad, he actually went and just tackled Kirk Cousins just to save him.
To save him.
Grunt.
He took the grunt of it himself on that one. All right, let's stay on the offensive side of the football. How about our new tight end, TJ Hockenson? What do you think of him today?
Love TJ Hockenson. Love him more than anything. I love the fact that we made the trade. He's had some very good games. He was a big part of the reason the Vikings had the last 2 wins, but he dropped that touchdown pass. I said horrible words about my grandmother, about everything.
And you loved her so much.
You were one of the best tight ends in the league for a reason. There's no way in hell you need to miss that catch.
Yeah, you can't make excuses for that one. He had the guy beat. It was open. It was right there, and it just went right through the wickets. I can't even explain it. Then the next play, they went to him again. Cousins went to him again. And he just flopped his arms around. It was weird. It was bizarre. Hockenson, he catches everything, but when it comes to the red zone, he's been having some issues. And not that would have changed anything, but, I mean, you don't know. 7 points there. Maybe the team starts getting fired up, but probably doesn't make a difference in this game. But, I mean, catch the damn ball. That's what you're here for. That's what we gave up a second-round pick to get you to catch those balls.
TJ Hockenson ends with 5 for 34 on 9 targets, was our leading receiver, as sad as that might sound. So with TJ Hockenson, we got nothing but – I mean, he's going to be fantastic the rest of the year, but we need a red zone touchdown. We need to break the slump. We need a slump buster.
Not his game. Yeah, well, maybe they need to go out tonight and find a slump buster.
I hope he does.
I was conceived because of a slump buster.
You conceived because
Let's go to defense. Let's go to another young guy getting thrown to the fire, thrown to the action, thrown to the wolves. Cornerback Andrew Booth Jr. Cowboys saw him, realized it was his first start, and they were not shy to pick on him.
I mean, go ahead. I've been going off on everybody.
I don't know what to say. I mean, it was gross. I mean, every time there was a cushion there, they were open, making completions. He missed a couple of tackles. A guy who talked a lot of game early in the preseason, early in the OTAs, mini camps, training camp. A guy who likes to have a chip on his shoulder, have some swag. He's got nothing to brag about right now. I mean, it was not a good game for Andrew Booth Jr. today.
Anybody can have swag. Take your swag, shove it up your ass. You got to back it up on the field. I don't care what you're doing in preseason or in training camp. Who cares? He's a rookie. He's a second-round rookie that was already being Caleb Evans was starting over him. So we were at our third cornerback in this game. So I guess I'm not surprised the Cowboys went at him early and often. He led the team in tackles with 9, as he should have, because they threw the ball towards him probably 70 times. Andrew Booth, a little bit of a little scoop of reality. He's got a long way to go. I'm not giving up on Andrew Booth whatsoever, but any team that he's playing and he's starting against, they need to throw the ball to him every damn time.
He took the grunt of the targets today.
Yeah, he took the grunt of it, and he's a big reason why the Cowboys put up 40 points, to be honest.
It wasn't good. Another reason the Cowboys put up 40 points because the Vikings couldn't do anything on offense, and the big reason why is because Kirk Cousins had no time, and that has a lot to do with the Vikings' right guard, Ed Ingram. Again, he's just struggling. He's just a rookie trying to find his way in the world, and he just can't seem to find a light right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a common theme. Week in and week out, we pick on Ed Ingram, whether it's fair or not. But generally, we have Christian Darrisaw out there, which helps lighten the load as far as the grunt that he takes. But today, I mean, he was, his PFF score is going to be very gross. He got smoked, as he has been. But today, it just seemed to be at the forefront. It was ugly. And Ed Ingram will continue to have not great games, but hopefully ones that he has a little bit of help out there.
Well, the Vikings lose against the Patriots, lose again against the Jets, and maybe Ed Ingram, they start to think we're making a change there. I don't know, but the run game, Delvin Cook was averaging a decent amount per carry, but when you fall behind by 20-something points by the end of the second quarter, you got to start throwing the football, and when you got to throw the football, your right guard needs to be able to protect. Cousins had no time to do that, so when you can't protect, your quarterback gets jittery, starts throwing the ball early, starts just feeling heat when it's not there. And Ed Ingram is a big reason why, because every time that pressure was coming right up to the middle, almost consistently in this game. And Ed Ingram, it's just right over you every single damn time. Every time. To
be fair, our 5 losers probably could have been everybody along our offensive line. It was disgusting. Brian O'Neill, one of the best in the league, rough game. Everybody had a rough game, even before Darrisaw was out. He was having a very tough game, and you don't see that very often. So, losers, we could have listed 20 of them. Let us know in the comments who your losers are. But you, don't be a loser. Hit that sub button. Join that Patreon page. Let's do this.
You got one left. We got one left. It's this one hurts the hardest more than anything. Is our head coach, Kevin O'Connell.
I sum it up as this. You lose 40-3 at home. Your coach is the loser. I'm sorry. We can go into detail about the defense, not making adjustments, whatever you want to say. 40-3 at home. That's all I got.
No, and this is where it bothers me the most. You're down, was it 20-3 at the half, 23-3 at the half, whatever it was. You want to see the team come out with a different look, different fire, start doing something. And they did nothing. There was no adjustments. It was more of the same. Cowboys got the ball, easily went down and scored. I think it was like 5-6 plays. They didn't take them very long at all to get another touchdown. So whatever he said to him at half, whatever adjustments they made with the coaching staff, nothing worked. To me, that's the most concerning thing. I get it. Like, the Vikings are manhandled at the line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball. And that's not – Kevin O'Connell's not down there making blocks or trying to rush the passer. That's not him. But when you go in at halftime, try to get your boys fired up to change the course of this game, get them back in this thing, and you fail miserably at that, and it's the same story the second half, that's where I think he failed today.
Yeah, you could say he's not the one out there having to make the plays, but we were 8-1 before this. He had them ready. He had them ready to go. He wasn't the one out there making the plays on the games we won either, and this one was just a disaster, complete disaster, and it falls on the head coach. And we are going to see how he bounces back after this, and it better be damn good.
Yeah, we'll learn a lot about Kevin O'Connell this Thursday. Learn a lot about the Vikings and their heart this Thursday, how you bounce back getting absolutely embarrassed at home. 40-3 against a fellow NFC team, a team that's not even leading their division. 40-3 at home. It hurts. It hurts. Well, that's it. Those are the losers. It could have been 15, 20, 30, 52 more, but this is what it is. Those are the guys we picked. We're going to try to figure out some kind of winners next. It might be a very quick video, our shortest of all time. I don't know. But until then, remember this. We learn how to laugh before we learn how to walk and talk. It's true.